Good morning everyone. Myself Kausar Momin, 9th standard, subject Science 1, chapter number 12, Study of Sound. In the last lecture, I have given you the notes of this chapter. Two topics are remaining from this chapter, and those topics today we are going to discuss about it, and few numericals also. So, first topic is sonography. Sonography technology uses ultrasonic sound waves to generate images of internal organs of the human body. What is the use of sonography? It is a technology to use ultrasonic sound waves to generate images of internal organs of body. This is useful for finding out cause of swelling, infection, pain, etc. You can ask your parents also about sonography. They might have gone for the sonography test and all. The condition of the heart, the state of the heart after heart attack, as well as the growth of fetus inside the womb of a pregnant woman are studied using this technique. So there can be a question for sonography, where we are using for sonography. So you should know about the answer for the same and uses of it. You can say that this is useful to finding out causes of swelling, infection, pain, etc., the condition of heart, the state of heart after a heart attack, as well as the growth of fetus inside the womb of a pregnant woman. So these are few diagrams over here, a part of sonography. This is sonography machine. You can observe here. This is sonography machine. This is examination procedure, and whatever image obtained on this PC, that inside in it, whatever the image we are getting, that image. But I'll show you how we are going to proceed with this. Here you can observe the procedure of sonography. You can observe here some liquid is attached with this probe, and whatever inside in our abdomen, that image you are going to observe on that. Here that sonography machine is there. So this kind of procedure is it. This way examination is going on. So we can say that this technique makes us of probe and a gel. The gel is used to make proper contact between skin and the probe, so that the full capacity of ultrasound can be utilized. The gel is applied to the skin outside the internal organ to be studied. High frequency ultrasound is transmitted inside the body with the help of the probe. The sound reflection from the internal organ is again collected by the probe and fed to a computer, which generates the images of the internal organ. As this method is painless, it is increasingly used in medical practice for correct diagnosis. This one is the extra knowledgeable thing, Beti Bachao, the girl child, in that this machine is useful, but due to some problems, like I am reading it, please go through it. Development in science have led to advances in technology which have helped us to make much progress. However, every coin has two sides. The misuse of science has had serious consequences for human life. The sonography technique can help to follow the growth and well-being of an unborn baby. But the increasing incidence of female foeticide as a result of the discrimination between the girl and a boy child is an example of misuse of this technique. Female foeticide is now a cognizable offence under the PNDT Act. Here this chapter is about sound. Obviously, if this chapter is about sound, obviously human ear will come. Okay, so now we are going to discuss about human ear. First of all, the structure of human ear. Please concentrate for the structure of human ear. We will start with chain of 3 bones, semicircular canals, steps, cochlea, inner ear, eustachian tube, middle ear, eardrum, tympanic cavity, outer ear, which we are saying it as pinna, and auditory canal. So these all are the parts of our ear. So the ear is an important organ of the human body. We hear sound because of our ear. Obviously we know this thing. Without ear we won't hear. When sound waves fall on the eardrum, it vibrates. These vibrations are converted into electrical signals which travel to the brain through nerves. The ear can be divided into 3 parts. One is outer ear, middle ear and inner ear. So we will discuss about outer ear. Outer ear, which other name is pinna. Outer ear collects the sound waves and passes them through a tube to cavity in the middle ear. Its peculiar funnel-like shape helps to collect and pass sounds into the middle ear. Next is middle ear. There is a thin membrane in the cavity of the middle ear called eardrum. When a compression in a sound wave reaches to the eardrum, the pressure outside it increases and it gets pushed inwards. The opposite happens when a rarefaction reaches them. The pressure outside decreases and the membrane gets pulled outwards. Thus, sound waves cause vibrations of the membrane. Last is inner ear. The auditory nerve connects the inner ear to the brain. The inner ear has a structure resembling the shell of a snail. It is called cochlea. The cochlea receives the vibrations coming from the membranes and converts them into electrical signals, which are sent to the brain through the nerve. The brain analyzes these signals and obviously we can hear the things. Here we have done this chapter. Please try to draw the diagram of human ear, okay, with their namings. Now next is, we will go ahead with the solved examples. Example number 1. I am reading question. Please listen carefully. How long will it take for a sound wave of 25 cm wavelength and 1.5 kHz frequency to travel a distance of 1.5 km? Now here 3 things are given over there. And what we have to find? Distance. Distance they have given, that is 1.5 km. Sound wave frequency is given, that is 1.5 kHz, and wavelength is given, which is 25 cm. Okay, so first we will write the given things. Frequency is given, that is 1.5 kHz. So I am writing here 1.5 kHz, and we can convert this kilohertz to hertz, means multiply by 10 to the power of 3. This is 1.5. okay. Now next is wavelength, which we are representing with lambda. Wavelength is given 25 cm, but here we have to convert these units into SI system. That is why I have converted this into centimeter to meter. So centimeter to meter conversion means 25 divided by 100, that means 0.25 meter. Distance is given, that is 1.5 kilometer. Again we have to convert this to meter. So it will be multiplied by 10 to the power of 3. What we have to find? Time we have to find. Now we are having a formula, that is velocity of sound is equals to frequency into wavelength. That means V is equals to mu lambda. Mu means frequency, lambda means wavelength. Now we have given things. we can substitute these values. This is 1.5, this is 0.25. After multiplication we are getting 0.375 into 10 to the power of 3, and after conversion we will get V as 375 meter per second. But we have to find time. So we are having a formula for time, that is time is equals to distance upon velocity. For distance we are using S, and for velocity we are using V. So we can substitute the values. Distance is 1.5 into 10 to the power of 3, and velocity which we are getting, that is 375 meter per second. So divide these two things, you will get final answer, and that is our time. So we can write final answer as the sound wave takes 4 seconds to travel the distance of 1.5 kilometer. Next is example number 2. Ultrasonic waves are transmitted towards into the sea with the help of sonar. The reflected sound is received after 4 seconds. What is the depth of the sea at that place? Now, in the question itself, velocity of sound in sea water is given, that is 1.1550 meter per second. So we can write the given things, that is velocity of sound in sea water is 1550 meter per second. And next, time for echo to be heard, that is 4 seconds. What we have to find? Depth we have to find. So first we will find bottom of the sea, that is 4 divided by 2, which we are getting 2 seconds. Velocity is distance upon time, as we know the formula, right? So again we are applying velocity formula, which is distance upon time. Now what we have to find over here? We have to find distance. So distance here and velocity and time is going to get multiplied with each other. Now we can substitute the values. Velocity is 1550 multiplied by time is 2. So your answer is 3100 meter. So depth of the sea at that place is 3100 meter. Question number 3 is, sound waves of wavelength 1 centimeter have a velocity of 340 meter per second in air. What is the frequency? What we have to find over here? Frequency. Can this sound be heard by the human ear? That we'll discuss. Okay. First of all, we will write the given things, that is wavelength. Wavelength is given 1 centimeter. As I told you, we need units in SI system. That's why we are converting it into meter. So 1 centimeter means 1 into 10 raised to the minus 2 power meter. And velocity is given, that is 340 meter per second. Now, if you relate this wavelength and velocity with the relation of this, we are having a formula, that is V is equals to mu lambda. Okay, now here what given things are there? Velocity and wavelength. What we have to find? Mu means frequency. So this mu is equals to V upon lambda, and V is given, that is 340, and lambda is 1 into 10 raised to the power of minus 2. After calculation we will get this as 340 multiplied by 10 raised to the power of plus 2. So here frequency is 34,000 hertz. Now what is the question? Can this sound be heard by human ear? So human ear is having a frequency higher than 20,000 hertz. This frequency is higher than 20,000 hertz, whatever frequency we are getting. So because of it is higher than 20,000 hertz, that is why this sound cannot be heard by the human ear, because human ear frequency is 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz, but this frequency is more than that. That is why human ear can't hear the sound. Clear? So you have to solve these 3 numericals 2 times in your notebook. Okay, these are important. Solved numericals are almost important. So you have to write these 3 numericals 2 times. This is your homework, and today I'll stop this lecture. Thank you.